Hello, and today we're joined with Cesar Nava. So Cesar, please introduce yourself.
Hello everyone, I'm Cesar Nava. I work for Aena. Aena is the public Spanish airport operator. I work inside the innovation unit, head of the advanced air mobility projects inside the company. So pushing forward these topics, I'm happy to be here.
Thank you. So what impact will advanced air mobility have on the airport industry?
Well, advanced air mobility, it is a new way of how to move people or even goods, in this environment. As an airport operator, airports are the key gateways for connect people. But now with advanced air mobility, we are moving to these new paradigms in terms of moving people that is coming by planes, and we are still moving by air, instead of the current bus and train connection that we have nowadays. So for us, as a red line, we have the capacity, how we are trying to explore how this can be integrated in our environment. As an infrastructure operator, we think that the vertiports, it will be the central node for push forward this technology. From our side, we expect that with the right technology, the right protocols and procedures, and actually the engagement of the stakeholders, it will be possible.
And how will advanced air mobility help with achieve net zero?
Currently, our sustainability strategy, as many companies, it is focusing to reduce emissions, but with this new type of mobility, with these new vehicles, we believe that we can achieve these goals that we are, in our roadmap. But it is not only about emissions. When we talk about advanced air mobility, we have to think also in the noise, So we expect that with these new vehicles, with these new eVTOLs that are these takeoff and vertical takeoff and landing aircraft, it would be possible, to reduce even emission and also noise around our airports.
And what is your overall strategy for advanced air mobility?
Currently, Aena, it is working in three main pillars, regarding advanced air mobility. As I told you before, as an airport operator, for us, it is critical, to explore how this is going to affect us and how, what kind of benefits or even disadvantage this can bring us to us. So from our side, we have in one way we are running two important projects, two European projects in these topics. One is named EUREKA, and the other one it is OPERA. We are leading one of the teams that it is developing different solutions for integrate vertiports in our environment. Secondly, we contribute to different working groups with our civil aviation authorities, with different organizations such as EUREKA, in order to push forward the different standards that this technology needs. And finally, we sign different collaboration agreements with manufacturers and important stakeholders from the industry in order to explore the potential demand, that we can find at the end. And actually, it is the key factor in order to push this forward.
Yeah. And could you explain the EUREKA project?
Yes, EUREKA, it is a funding project under Cesar 3 program. So basically, at the end, we have 35 members leading by Eurocontrol and 4 solutions. Solution 1, it is leading by Volocopter, and those guys are focusing into develop the necessary guidelines in terms of flight procedure for integrate eVTOLs in the airport environments and actually in the airspace. Then the second solution, it is running and it is leading by Aena. We have different Spanish companies in a Spanish cluster in which we try to extrapolate the current airports concepts such as ACDM, AOP, or even different milestones that we currently measure in the airport in a technological platform in order to give a general overview of what is going on, in the operation with our eVTOL on ground and also in the airspace. The third solution, it is running by another airport. It is leading by Aéroport de Paris. And those guys and this team, it is looking for different solution and procedure for emergency event or unexpected situation that can be happen, in an operation with an eVTOL. Finally, the last solution, it is running and leading by another airport operator, that it is Aeroport di Roma. This team, it is trying to develop a solution from a very general point of view, thinking vertiport, thinking out of the box of as a vertiport network, instead of a local one. So that's the last one.
And finally, could you explain the OPERA project?
Yeah, in the case of OPERA, it is the same topic. I mean, we have a consortium funded by Cesar program, but in this case, we have 3 different solutions. In a more very simple way, OPERA, it is looking for integrate eVTOL from different approaches. The first one also, it is focusing into develop the necessary flight procedures to have manned eVTOL, flying as soon as possible. And secondly, in OPERA, it is exploring the way of how we can have a mission or a flight between different air navigation service providers and how this integration have to be. So in both projects, even in EUREKA and in OPERA, Aena, it is taking the role of coordinate, different flight demonstrations in between our airports. In the case of EUREKA, we expect to have demo flights between Palma de Mallorca and Menorca airports. And in the case of OPERA, we expect to have a demo flight also in the first quarter of 2026 between Granada and Malaga airports.
Well, thank you. Sounds like you're a very busy man. So thank you for joining us today.
Thank you so much, and go forward.